Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today we're going to continue taking a look into the Tinker's Construct mod, specifically on how to make and modify armor pieces. Now, Tinker's Construct is a great mod for making a lot of different gear in different ways that can have a lot of different bonuses and benefits. If you're not familiar with how to use Tinker's Construct, I have made several tutorials showing the basics of those components, and I will link all of those down in the description of this video. Now, if you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like, but most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. Okay, so first things first, today we're going to make ourselves a little guidebook. We're going to use the Materials and You Armor Addendum. So to make that book, you need to have a regular Materials and You book, combine that with a blank pattern, and that's going to give you the Materials and You Armor Addendum. So when we go into the Armor Addendum book, you'll see there are a couple different chapters. We have Welcome, Armory, Armor Materials, Modifiers, and Accessories. We're going to handle accessories in a different video, but today we're going to look at the Armor Materials and Modifiers. So to make it armor, you're going to need an armor station. Again, I've covered how to make all the different parts in a different video that will be linked down in the description, but you're looking for an armor forge. So inside the armor forge, there are a couple different tabs on the left-hand side. The first one, this original tab, is where you would repair or modify any of your armor pieces. Next, there's the helmet pattern, chest, legs, and boots, and each one tells you what you need. Now, with armor, it's very easy to put them together because all you need to make is the core. So for a head here on the bottom right, you see on components, you need a helmet core. Then you need an armor plate and an armor trim. Each armor piece uses an armor plate and a trim, and then the core of that corresponding armor slot. So it's very easy to put these together, whereas weapons can have a lot more different combinations. Now, once you have the items you want, once you've made those, the components, you're going to place them in this field, and that's going to give you your helmet or associated armor. So let's take a look at armor. In the book, we're going to move forward just a little bit here to armor materials. All these items here on the left-hand side are items that you can make your armor out of. And each of the components in your armor slot, which is the core, the plates, or the trim, can be one of these corresponding materials. You can mix and match. So you could make a headpiece that has a core of one material, plates of another, and trim of a third. This will give you different types of bonuses, skills, or stats on that piece of item. So right here on the left or right page, you'll see there's wood. If you make your core out of it, you get the ecological. Renewable resources are so good, they regenerate by themselves. On the plates or trim, it gives the same ability. Now with some materials, it can be a different ability depending on where it is placed in your armor. So let's find one of those. Let's see, we'll start with this one here. On bone, under your core, you get calcic. Milk rejuvenates both you and your armor, but under plates, you get skeletal, which makes your armor tougher, same as with the trim. So whether you're using bone as your core or as your plates or trim, it can give a different ability. Another good example of that is going to be using endstone. Core is alien, as if they're changing, maybe time will tell, your stats feel odd. But under plates, it might teleport you out of dangerous situations, same with your trim. So you can make your armor out of any of those different types, combinations of materials that you'd like. And there are a lot of different ones. The book will tell you approximately what each one does. It'll tell you the durability of that armor piece, the defense that it provides. Also, we have the modifier under plates. Modifier is how suitable the armor material is as armor plating, and the durability of the armor will be multiplied by that number. And then there's the toughness, how many toughness points an armor piece has. Okay, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a set of armor. Now, to make any of the armor pieces, you're going to use a melter or smeltery, the same way you do with all of Tinker's Construct. You're going to have your material that you want to smelt out of melted down inside your melter or smeltery. You're going to place the cast of your choice in the casting table. In this situation, I'm showing you how to make the armor plates. And then you're just going to pour it over that cast. Once it pours over the cast and it fills all the way up, it will then percentage up to 100%. And once it hits 100%, you'll be able to take that item out of the casting table. So now that I've done that, you'll see that I have an iron armor plates. I poured iron over top of this cast. Now, if you're using a gold cast, you can use it repeatedly. If it's a clay cast, it will be used up after each one. So I definitely recommend making a gold one. You can stockpile those different types for use later should you wish to make something else. Okay, So let's go ahead and make ourselves some armor. Now I've already gone ahead and gotten several different types of components to put our armor together, just to show us a couple of different ways that these can be made. So let's go ahead and grab all of those. That's all of our cores. And then I've made 4 copper trim and 4 iron armor plates. So we'll go to our armor station and we'll choose the headpiece first. We're going to take our headpiece core, which I chose Ardite. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our copper trim in and our iron armor plates. Now on the left-hand side under preview, it's going to show you what that helmet piece is going to look like once it's made. The color combination will depend on the material that you're making. It's also going to show you on the right-hand side its durability, defense, toughness, and how many modifiers, which is how many different modifiers you can put into that armor piece, as well as its traits: subterranean, magnetic, and ambitious. Ambitious, you gain extra XP. That's from my copper. Iron, items can't help but be drawn to you, and subterranean armor is more durable below sea level. So that's the perks coming from this helmet piece. Then I just take it out of the right-hand side, and I have the helmet. Now we'll do chest. I'm using a flint chest piece this time. I'm going to use the same copper and iron there. As you can see, now it's got a slightly different color, more of a bronze-looking color. And that one gives me magnetic and ambitious, but it also gives me mundane too, bonus protection against unarmed attackers. So we'll go ahead and take that out. Now we'll go to legs. For legs, I'm using Manilian. Combine that with our copper and our iron. And in this situation, Manilian gives us vengeful. Your attackers might not feel great after hitting you, so potentially a poison buff of some kind. And then last, we'll go to our boots, which I'm using cobalt, copper, and iron. And there we go. So as you can see, the color combination of my gear has changed slightly depending on what I'm using. So you may just want a color combination, or you may want to have specific perks. My boots, as we saw, give multiple things, as does everybody. So then you can just place your armor on, and you are ready to go. Now, as with other items that you are doing in Tinker's Construct, you also have the ability to put on modifiers. Modifiers are different things you can add to certain armor pieces that give it additional skills. And most of your modifiers are going to start out with a certain amount at the beginning, but as you level up that gear, you get more defense or more damage based on the damage you're dealt or has been dealt to you. Your armor levels up, additional modifiers can be created, slots if you will. And the book will tell you multiple different ones. Redstone gives you the speedy buff. So each redstone dust increase movement speed by a small percentage, and it does stack with other armor buffs. So if you have a different speed modifier from the material you used, it will stack on top of that. Multiple levels means you can put multiple redstone in to increase that stat to a certain maximum. Then we'll go to, let's see, we'll do diamond. Adding a diamond coating to armor makes it more resilient and increases its protective power. So extra durability, minor armor, and toughness increase. Single use means that you can only use it one time, so 1 diamond is all you need. Emerald gives you 50% base durability increase. It's also single use. And then there's multiple different ones that you can choose from. So again, you can mix and match the perks and bonuses for the type of desired effects you want to have. I'm going to use Soulbound here, which means armor remains in your inventory after death. It is a single use, but it does not require a modifier slot. So by using another star and putting it in there, if I was to die somehow, my armor will remain in my inventory. It will not be in my grave that I have to run back to, which is very handy if you need to fight your way back to where your grave was, where your other gear is. So let's show how to put those together. So I've got some redstone. Let's get rid of this here. We don't need it, right? I've got some redstone. I got some diamond. I got some emerald, and I've got some nether star. So we're going to go back to our armor station, and on this first page where you would repair or modify, we're going to go ahead and add a perk. So on our helmet piece, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the redstone. As you can see, it's giving me speedy 50-50. So it's increased my speed, and it's given it a little red trim, which again is going to change the visual effect of your ability. We take that off. See, it'll let me do it again. It'll let me do that multiple times because that is one of those stats that your modifiers that can be stacked. So now my speed is 64-100. So that's what my helmet looks like. So now let's go ahead and do boots. For boots, we'll go ahead and put on diamond. So with diamond, it increases my durability. Now it's a single use, so as you saw, it only used 1 diamond. When I put it in again, it does not use another one. You can only use that modifier on that item 1 time. Next, we'll do our chest piece. For our chest piece, we'll do emerald, which gives us increased durability depending on my base stats. Take that off, and again, it only lets me do it once, but it's had this cool little green color to it. And then last will be our leggings, and for that we're going to put our nether star in there. It gives us soulbound. All right, so now we've modified all 4 of our armors. Let's go ahead and put those on. Chest piece and leggings. Go. All right. So now, as you can see, I have all my Tinker's Construct armor on me. I can wear this out when I'm adventuring, and it will gain in experience and level as it is being used, either through taking damage or the modifiers and skills on it being kicked in. So it can get very powerful, and if you use the right combination, you can really boost your specs and stats to kind of get the desired effect you want. Now, is there an armor set that is better than others? That's really personal choice, and a very common question I get. Which one is the best? That really is going to depend on your playstyle. What kind of weapon do you use? Are you using ranged weapons versus melee? Using one-handed and a shield versus a two-handed weapon? Also, are you out just mining or foraging, or are you actually looking for combat? Your armor can really depend on the situation that you're wishing to use it in. So I recommend trying several different combinations to find the one that best suits your playstyle. But in either case, it can be a lot of fun to mess around with the different combinations and modifiers, and it can be really great perks to be used in the game. But that's going to do us for this tutorial. If you have any questions about this or any of my other tutorials, please be sure to put those down in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can, as well as if you have any recommendations or suggestions for other tutorials that you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4. Always looking for new ideas. You can also go to my website, OnlydravenGaming. On the bottom of the homepage, there's a place where you can directly submit a request or feedback via email, as well as find links to all of my videos, social media accounts, and all of my different information that you might find beneficial. So I do recommend checking that out. But that's going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.